Okay, well, it's very wet. Look at these leaves wet. Anyway, just taking a walk. Really trying to get my health on track. Because I had a health scare a couple of times already. But it did remind me about the narcissist and how there were times where I had to actually flee and run away physically. When you're in a confined space and somebody is threatening you and causing your PTSD, fight or fight response, then you, instead of fighting, I would flight, which is run away. And one day I did run out of the apartment, up the street, into the complex. We lived in a nice apartment complex, condo place, and I ran all the way to somebody's apartment door, and I actually knocked on. It was very strange. I knocked on the door and try to put myself in their apartment, which was really creepy, probably for them. But I don't know. It was just a response, It's not like I can control that, but it was so bad to the point that I tried to go into the person's apartment, and they opened the door and they slammed the door on me quickly because I was trying to get myself in the door, which is terrible, I know, but that's what happens. So that was kind of creepy. And then he ran up to, he was by the bottom of the stairs, because I ran up the stairs, and the people wouldn't let me in. Of course, why would they let a stranger in? That's crazy. But then I waited for him to leave, so I walked around again, and so he can cool down or something. But this was like becoming a constant thing where I would run out of the apartment, and then he would lock me out of it, and cause a scene, make me look crazy running around the complex. And there was sometimes I slept on the bench, which was in the park area of the community we lived in. And so that's just one of the responses from the PTSD, fight or fight. There's fight, fawn, freeze. So, and there was many times where I had frozen in a dissociative state. This happened most of the time in the vehicle, in the car. So, there's no way of escaping when you're being tormented and yelled at and harassed inside the vehicle. So I would dissociate and kind of just leave my ability to do anything. It would just be like kind of like a dead stare, and he would just try to get more fight out of me because he loves the idea of the fight. And after I was exhausted from fighting, I would go into the dissociation stage, which is the freeze response in PTSD. So this is really what it was, is dissociation. Ooh, it's creepy over here. Sorry about the noise. There's like a highway right there. I'm not big on outdoorsy stuff, but this is part of a park, so I'm okay. Um, so, yeah, so the dissociation would be like, I wouldn't be able to respond to anything that he's saying, and kind of just be frozen. And then he would kind of like pick at me and poke at me to respond, and there wasn't any response. It's very strange, and it's quite scary because you lose control of your abilities. You just freeze. And so he provokes in me all of the stages of PTSD, flight or fight, anxiety responses. So that's why it's very dangerous to stay with people like that. And get out as fast as you can once you realize this person is just provoking you to react so they can win a fight, an argument, anything. They just want to win something. And they have like a sick mentality that's consistent, is not reasonable, and you'll be able to tell what you're dealing with. And if I didn't find the information that I did, I'd probably be dead from, overwhelming stress, which I'm still dealing with. A lot of health problems. The anxiety, panic attacks have increased and all that because I haven't seen my counselor, a therapist, for a while, and I'm in a different environment, which causes me a lot of anxiety. But I'm still suffering from this condition every day, and everything that I do, even if I'm away from the abuser or abusers, there are triggers and flashbacks. The flashbacks is not like physically you could see something happening or abuse occurring in your mind. It's actually emotional flashbacks that you're not even aware of a lot of times, most of the time. And it's subconsciously, and anything can trigger it and put me in this state of fear and put me in the same feelings that I had when these things occurred, which were many things have occurred where I have triggers all the time, daily, sometimes daily, so I don't go out much because I'm afraid of something triggering and I won't be able to stop it, right? So I really need to be on a medication for this. It's very debilitating, and it's very deeply rooted because of my own childhood abuse before this person. So, it just compiles over the years, and if you're not able to manage it, it's very debilitating and hard for me to do basic tasks and other things. So it's just like I'm in a survivor mode most of the time. Like anything I want to do outside of that is delayed, or it's a lot more complicated for me to get those things done that don't directly relate to survival. So, I push myself to do certain things, and then the problem is I get to a point where I'm succeeding, and then this narcissist that I still have to deal with because of my kids comes around and just destroys everything that I'm doing to be healthier in myself. And this has been going on for quite a while. And I'm at a point where it's just like very, again, oh, there's a skunk or something. Is it? I thought that was a cat. What is it? It's a black, no, it's a black squirrel. Oh no, there's mosquitoes. Let me get out of here. Black squirrels they have here, which is kind of weird because they don't have it up north where I'm from. They have the brown squirrels. Here they have actual black squirrels. It creeped me out at first. I'm like, what the hell is that black thing? Is that a skunk? It wasn't a skunk. Anyway, so yeah, so I really do have the PTSD condition pretty badly, since I have CPTSD and PTSD, you know. So it has to do with long-term abuse, and also instances where you know, something really bad, tragic happened to me. So it's a combined condition in a way. So anyway, well, that's all I have to say for now. Please like and subscribe to me. Comment to encourage to make comments so I can be encouraged to make these videos, please. I appreciate it. And thank you for watching. Bye.